Hello, today we'll do a Pecha Kucha presentation. Pecha Kucha is was devised to improve the speaking skills. So in Pecha Kucha, we a speaker has to present 20 slides, uh, no more than 20 slides in a PowerPoint presentation, and each slide should not have an introduction of more than 20 seconds. It should not be spoken about for more than 20 seconds. So the total time of a Pecha Kucha presentation is around 6 minutes 40 seconds. So here there is a PPT I have made about an introduction to grammar. So we'll look at verbs. So verbs are one of the 8 parts of speech. Verbs are action words. So and they also show state of being. We'll see what state of being means, and all the verbs in English are divided into two groups: main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Examples of main verbs are run, sit, walk, talk, eat, etc. So, main verbs have meaning. Auxiliary verbs, also known as helping verbs, are divided into two groups. They are the primary auxiliaries and the modal auxiliaries. These are names: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. So, first we'll look at the primary auxiliary verbs. The auxiliary verbs have another name, which is they're also known as helping verbs. So, the primary auxiliaries are forms of to have, which are have, has, and had, forms of to do, which are do, does, and did, and forms of be, which are is, am, or was, were. So, now, one of the main characteristics of a verb is the tense. Tense means time. It is derived from the Latin word tempus. So, there are three tenses, as we know: present, past, and future. So, let us form simple sentences using just the primary auxiliaries. So, if I say he is here, it is present tense when I compare it with he was here. So, is present tense, was is past tense. They are here, they were here. Were is seen to be past tense and are is said to be present tense. I have a book, I had a book. So, had is past tense, have is present tense. From these, we see that was, had, and were are past tense, and is, am, are, have, and do are present tense. So, next we'll look at the modal auxiliary verbs. The modal auxiliary verbs are can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, need, and ought to. So, these are well known words. Everybody uses them almost every day in their speech and writing. So these are called modals because they indicate the mood of a sentence. Notice the difference between I can, will, must do my homework. I can do my homework means I have the ability to do my homework. I will do my homework means it is certain that I'll do my homework. I must do my homework means it is a necessity that I should do my homework. So one point that should be noted is must is also interchangeable with have to. So if I say I must do my homework, it means I have to do my homework. Next, we'll look at the 4 forms of a verb. And so any verb has 4 forms. They are the present tense form, also known as the V1 form; past tense form, also known as the V2 form; present participle form, also known as the ing form. Because we can form this by adding ing to any verb. Then V3 is the past participle form, formed by adding D, ED, N, EN, or T to a verb. So we look at the examples of four forms of a verb. So if I take the main verb watch, then V1 will be watch, V2 will be watched, V3 will be watching, and we in the present participle will be ing, the ing form which is watching, and V3 will be watched, adding ed. And then if we take the main verb talk, talk is V1, talked is V2, talking is a present participle, and talked is a V3. Similarly, for the main verb move, move is V1, moved is V2, moving is the present participle, moved is the past participle or the V3 form. Similarly, for the main verb write, write is V1, wrote is V2, writing is the present participle, and written is the V3 or the past participle form. Similarly, we have speak, spoke, speaking, and spoken for the main verb speak. So these are the four forms of a verb. Then the next characteristic of the verb is the tense. There are three main tenses: the present, the past, and the future. If I say present tense, it means the action is taking place in the present time, because tense means time. If I say the past tense, the action took place in the past time. And if I say the future tense, action will take place in the future time. So, about the tenses, there are four forms of the present, past, and future tenses. They are the simple forms, continuous forms, perfect forms, and perfect continuous forms. So we have simple present, simple past, and simple future, present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous, present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect, and present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So first we'll take up the present tense. Uh, so among the four forms of the present, we'll take up the present continuous tense. So if I give the three example sentences: I am watching TV, he is watching TV, they are watching TV, we see that the verb is made up of two words: I am watching, is watching, are watching. So we can say that the structure of the present continuous is one of is or am or are plus verb plus ing. So if we change the main verb from watch to some other verb like sit, then we say is sitting, am sitting, are sitting are the three forms of the present continuous tense. And if we take the main verb stand, is standing, am standing, are standing, are the three forms of the present continuous. So next we take up the simple present. So the example sentences are: I move the chair, he moves the chair, I watch TV, he watches TV. So we see that the structure of the simple present is verb plus s or es, because to the main verb move we've added s in the second sentence, and to the main verb watch we've added es in the last sentence. So then we have the present perfect tense. So what does the name of the tense indicate? It indicates that the action is over completely and perfectly in the present, and it began sometime in the past. So the examples are: I have watched TV, he has watched TV. So we see that the structure of these is have or has plus watched is the V3 or the past participle form of the main verb. So we should say has spoken, not has spoke, have written, not have wrote. So then the present perfect continuous tense, the name of the tense shows that the action began in the past and continues up to the present and goes beyond the present moment. So I have been watching TV, he has been watching TV. Structure is, we can see that have or has plus been plus verb plus ing. So next we come to the past tenses. So we can change the we can change the verb tense from present to past by changing just the auxiliary verbs. So if we change is, am, or are plus verb plus ing to was or were plus verb plus ing, we get the past continuous tense. What we're doing here is we're changing the present tense forms of be to the corresponding past tenses. So, for example, if I say is standing is present tense, present continuous tense, was standing becomes a past continuous tense. Are standing is a present continuous, but were standing is a past continuous. Similarly, in the present perfect tenses, have or has plus past participle, if we change have or has to had, we get the past perfect tense. Similarly, in the present perfect continuous, if we change have or has to had, as in have or has plus been plus verb plus ing to had plus verb plus ing, we get the past perfect continuous tense. So then we have the future tense. I want to just read out the example sentences. So I will watch TV, I shall watch TV. The structure is will or shall plus a main verb. Future continuous tense, I will be watching TV, I shall be watching TV. Structure is will or shall plus be plus verb plus ing. Future perfect tense, I will have watched TV, I shall have watched TV. Structure will or shall plus have plus past participle of the main verb. Future perfect tense, I will have been watching TV, I shall have been watching TV. Will or shall plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. So that last tense should be the future perfect continuous tense. So we see that we can understand the structure of the tenses by looking at example sentences, and to find out more about the tenses we should look at the use of the tenses. Thank you.